Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about what camera gear we use and the accessories we use to make our videos, whether it be on the road, in the vehicle, or just like I am right now, standing in the house. Before we get into all the details, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and make sure you tap that notification bell. Okay, so let's start off with our cameras. Obviously the most important thing in our arsenal are our cameras. And the first one is the Canon G7X Mark III. Now this camera was the first thing that we ever purchased, and a very good camera it has been, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good camera for a while longer. Now the main reason we chose this camera was for the external mic hookup, and the microphone that we got, it was a Boya microphone, very inexpensive, really good microphone for first-time bloggers like us, and really just fit in our budget. Now the only drawback that we have about this camera, and we knew it going in, was the focusing issues. And it's really not that bad. It definitely could be better, but we enjoyed the fact that it shot in 4K, and we really like to shoot a lot of things in slow motion. So this camera did very well for us. Another issue was the overheating problem, but we work around it. We don't shoot very much in 4K with this any longer, just short little interval shots. So the Canon G7X Mark III, that was the first camera. And also our newest addition to the camera arsenal is the one that I'm actually using right now to film this video. And that's the Sony a6400. We decided that we wanted to go with a little bit more powerful camera, and the a6400 really was right on price range. So this is also a new addition, mainly because of the a6400, and it is the, I'm gonna mispronounce his name, it is a Zhiyun Crane M2. This is very new. We have just been using this for a short time now. We're still getting used to it, and so far I like it when I know how to work it. This was a small compact gimbal that really fit our budget. It wasn't that expensive, especially for what we're going to use it for. We felt that this gimbal was a very essential need to add to our arsenal of tools and put in our camera bag, so that we can use it whenever we want some more fluid, smooth, steady shots. Let's go back to our original camera, the G7 Mark III. This camera, as you can already see, I've got fitted right here. We mostly use this Gorilla Pod, this Joby Gorilla Pod, and it's very easy to do. Snap it in, move it around. These things move all kinds of crazy light. You can hold it out here, do stuff like that, or wrap it around things if that's what you want to do. And if you just want to pull it off, it's very quick and easy. You can just disattach it from the actual pod. And then I guess if you get different Joby pods, you can still use this. You can still use this and interchange and use this for other features as well, and other things. As long as this will fit, it'll work. See? And now I'm back to it. Also, one of the coolest things we've added to our arsenal of cameras, this buddy right here, the DJI Air 2S drone. This thing has been so much fun to fly and capture different videos that we never could be able to do with our other cameras. The drone was something that we knew we wanted at some point, but it really wasn't a rush to get it. And thanks to my good friend Blake, he actually convinced Samantha that this is something that we need sooner than later. So that's what we ended up doing. So Blake, I really do appreciate it. Thank you for helping me convince Samantha that the drone was something that we needed. Alright, so that breaks down the Canon G7X Mark III, the Sony a6400, and the DJI Air 2S drone. So those are the three cameras that we've been able to use to film our vlogs. Guys, every bit of this camera gear can be found on Amazon's website. I'll have Samantha add the link in the description below. So the a6400 also, like the Canon G7X, has an external microphone input. So we decided to buy the Rode Video Go mic, and it has performed very well. It's actually the audio that I'm using to record this. I could have went with another route. It's something that we also got from Rode that we don't use often enough, but I really do enjoy it when we do, and that is the Rode Wireless Go 2. So these things have been phenomenal. You've got your transmitter, attach it to the side of your camera, and then you've got your two microphones that either Samantha can wear one and I can wear one, or just two individuals, or just one if that's what you want to do. Power these buddies on, clip this to you, and you have some very good audio. Now also, we decided, since we didn't want to see these big bulky things hanging on lanyards or on our shirts or, you know, tucked away somewhere, we bought lavaliers. So instead of going with the Rode lavaliers, which were a little out of our price range, we decided to go with the Power to Wise lavaliers, which fit into our budget. Now these things have worked very well. I don't remember the length. I'm wanting to say the cord is 6 foot, so you can stretch it very far. Run it up your shirt, clip the lavalier mic somewhere around, you know, very discreetly, and the audio is fantastic. The lavalier mics are something that I would definitely recommend to anyone who has a wireless go-to system. Next are batteries. So what good is a camera if it's dead? And I've got plenty of batteries. Plenty of batteries. So one of the camera batteries that we have been buying for the Canon is an aftermarket battery. It is the Wasabi powered right there. Now this battery, I know it doesn't last as long as the Canon market batteries. Over time it's gonna die faster, and that's totally cool because these batteries fit into our budget when we first bought the camera, so it actually gave us a lot of options. Would I rather stick with market batteries? You daggone wreck, I would. But given the price and our budget, these batteries seem to work very well. And we've also got the same type of batteries for the A6400. A little bit of battery difference in style, so we had to buy different batteries for that, but the same thing. We went with the Wasabi power, got the chargers, they work fine. Okay, so one cool thing about the batteries is they're all USB charged when it comes to on the charger. So we also carry around this power bank. Now I've had this power bank for a really long time. Actually bought it years ago when we were just using it to charge our phones and while we went to Disney a lot. But this thing has also come in handy not only for phones, but to charge the batteries when we've got them in our bag. And the cool thing about this thing is you've got 2 different ports. So you can charge 2 different things at once, and it really holds a charge. So definitely a fuel rod or something that you can use to charge your equipment up, I'd say go get it. Alright, so I think that's really all I've got as far as our equipment goes. Nope. Alright guys, so some of the other things we use are tripod. Now I've got this one here. This one is old. This is when we were using our camera to do a lot of things. And we use it still, and it extends out pretty decently. But what we do is we have a light that we put on it, so we can just sit this up somewhere if we don't have the right lighting, and it'll give us some extra lighting to make our videos look a little bit better. And also, I'm on the A6400 right now. I do have a tripod. It's a little bit nicer, it extends up very high, and we use that when we're doing videos like this more than we use the other one. And then one of the first things we used other than that GorillaPod was this little Ulanzi gimbal. Now this thing was pretty cool, and we used it a lot up until recently. It extended out very well. You could also pull it out and sit it on a table, adjust your camera. It was very quick and easy to use to attach and disattach from your camera. Just unscrew this knob and you can change it this way so you can hold it out in different directions. So it was a very good tool. We still use it somewhat, but we've kind of mostly switched over to the Joby GorillaPod. So guys, that wraps up the equipment that we use, that we have in our bag, that we take with us on a constant basis. There are a few little more accessories that we have. This was one thing that we had to buy with the G7X, because even though it had an external mic input, it had no hot shoot to put it on. We actually bought a U-rig for this one, and it just attached to the bottom. You can see here, and then comes up on the side, and you can put your microphone here. Now on the A6400, the only drawback for it was the hot shoot mic was directly in front of the flip up screen. So if you put a microphone on it, you couldn't see the screen. So I bought a small rig cold shoe that went all the way across the top. So I've got 2 options. I can put it on the side, or I can put it on the top like I have it now. Alright, so now that ends all of the camera equipment that we have at this time. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was very nice to actually present the cameras and the gear that we use. We get asked occasionally what kind of camera we're using, what microphone we're using. So we felt that this would be a nice video to put out to show everybody what equipment we use in our vlogs. So guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, and remember, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And now that I've covered all of our camera equipment, I'm gone. Bye.